color. Vibes.
Hiya! Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all my wonderful people filled with greatness! Before we get right straight into the foolery, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you're feeling great, and even if you're not feeling so great. So let's get started with some more Talk of Tavern. It's been a minute again since I played this. I completely forgot where I left off at, although I do remember. I know it always ends off with putting together a quest. I remember some of the end parts. There's a lot of characters to remember. So now we're downloading this, I guess. And other than the Talk of Tavern, please be on the lookout for some more Spirit Talk as soon as that game fully releases. I know Coffee Talk will be coming out soon with the Tokyo setting, so I'm looking forward to that as well. And I don't think there's any other visual novels I'm looking forward to that's upcoming. Also up there above. Resident Evil 4 Atome Edition. So before we get started on this, let me go ahead and change it to my work clothes. All right. Let's begin anew. It's a new day in the Talk of Tavern. My shipment of infusions finally arrived this morning. I now have access to some Fey crystals and frozen pine cones. Together with Fable's Phoenix chilies, I have 3 infusions now. 3 of them things. I'll unpack them later when I have some time. I have a feeling they'll be of use soon. Just like the unpacking game. I love that game. I gotta get back to that. Lynn! Fable! Oh, Dot's from Fable. Dot's in a from Lynn. Listen! I can fix this! Just let me pick up some charmal tincture from my treehouse! Charmal is proven to be great for healing wounds! You've done enough, little pal. I'll be good from here, thanks. That's right, you've done enough, Fable. Fable? Lynn, back so soon? Innkeep. Say, did you send this blighter after me? I told you she has nothing to do with any of this! It's my fault! My fault alone! So let me at least fix you up! You better keep your clumsy hands off of me. That's from Fable. Oh, Fable! Oh. Now. How about we calm our spirits a bit and you tell me what happened? A misunderstanding, I suppose. Yes! The elf thought I was an Uncle Dragon lookalike. The uncle that looks like a werewolf? Yes! No, it's a bit more complicated. Doesn't matter. What matters is the elf mistook me for a werewolf. No, I did it! Yes, you did. Maybe, but not on purpose, I promise! It's just me and my bad luck. See, it happened again. Nothing ever goes right. Don't say that, Fable. Tell me what happened. We can start from the beginning, all right? Right! So, you sent me out to look for the werewolf in Targaryen. I felt the quest that I gave you in Keep. I recall, Lynn. Huh, good. I have my shortcuts and trails that allow me to travel rather swiftly through the Ashen Grove. And by early dusk, I reached the borders of Targaryen. The Ashen Grove thins out around there. You can catch a glimpse of the wide fields and vineyards, as well as see a farm or two. Truly idyllic, especially during sunset. There's one downside to that idyllic sunset, though. That's from Fable. It gets dark. Course it does. And every tall, looming person in the dark is automatically a werewolf? Huh? No! But every tall, looming person hunting down a farmer's sheep is! No, I didn't do that. Yes, you did! And the quest stated that was exactly what the werewolf would be doing! In my defense, I'm broke. Well, shoot, we've all been there. So, Lynn was busy hunting sheep, and in the shadows of dusk, you thought she must be the werewolf? Exactly so! And then you needed not one, but 3 arrows? I'm swept with the bow! I figured. And I was preparing to fight, not bargain! So I shoot! Trigger happy. I can't get myself to aim right for the heart, so I aim for the shoulder. Y'all, why am I just now seeing these arrows? Y'all, I am like, what the heck? What? I'm so done with myself for just now noticing these arrows. I'm supposed to be the barkeep. And here I am just thinking that's part of the outfit. What the heck? Oh, wow. Okay, as Fable. And suddenly, the werewolf starts cursing and cussing words I've never heard before, like a sailor. Or how I imagine a sailor would swear. I've never actually met one. You're telling me you've never heard before? Yeah. Hey, what's going on? Why is it censored? Youth protection. The age rating system is quite harsh. Anyways, I was watching my prey through the bushes and suddenly I felt a piercing pain in my shoulder. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. Course I cussed and swore. That hurt. Never been so happy to have missed. So I turned around and got ready to lunge at the rascal who dared to aim at me. And an orange gleaming eye stared at me through the shadows, right into my soul. I thought, that's it, it's over. I heard the bells of death ringing in my ears. I was done for, and I hadn't even set foot out of the Ashen Grove. I stumbled backwards, tripped over a branch, and crashed into a tree. Nah, that wasn't the passing bells, Elfie. Actual bells from the chapel in town. My name's Fable. Right. So they crashed into a tree, and the rustling of leaves, cracking of branches, and high-pitched yelp. I didn't yelp! Yes, you did. That's from That's from Fable with her teary-eyed face. Oh! It caught the attention of the actual culprit. He must have been on his way to tear apart yet another sheep. Or perhaps the farmer's heart this time after our wrestling caught his attention. I heard the growling! Such a deep, guttural growl! It made my blood curdle! I swear I saw my life flash before my eyes! Sounded more like an empty stomach to me. A big empty stomach then! Either way, bad! Very bad! A howl rang through the air when he emerged from the bushes. Tall and towering, glowing red eyes and fangs as big as my hand! Probably around 8 feet high. 6 feet, max. 8! Seeing that tall creature sent shivers down my spine. You said that already. No, I didn't. Seeing that tall creature sent shivers down my spine. Oh, Fable. And I was frozen. I was sure the Mari Morgan incident would repeat itself. I'd stand there and watch everything as it happened, unable to move. He looked around and sniffed the air, and his eyes locked with mine. But then I remembered what you told me. Werewolves love playing fetch. So I swiftly pushed away from the tree and picked a stick from the ground. The werewolf noticed my movement. But before it could lunge at me, I threw the stick in the bushes as far away from me as possible. I wanted to buy myself some time to adjust my bow, but... That's from Lynn. The stick somehow also influenced Carolyn, and both of them hurtled toward the bushes. And that's not all. While I couldn't help but run after that stick, I noticed something odd on the werewolf. Flannel rags. So I forgot about the stick and grabbed him by the throat, slamming him against a tree. He wriggled and twisted like a worm, growling and barking right in my face. I stared him right in the eyes, and as I heard the elf approach from behind, they knocked an arrow on that bow. Don't, Carolyn said, and I lowered my bow hesitantly while she studied the werewolf's face. She growled like she always does. Huh. Uncle Dragon, she exclaimed, and I flinched. That Uncle Dragon? Yeah, my darn uncle was in full werewolf transformation in front of me, right there. Acting like the biggest, wildest rascal in the whole world. I was joking when I told you that story, Innkeep. I wouldn't have thought the werewolf was actually my uncle. But this is exactly why I don't do cases involving lycanthropy. So, how did you deal with him? Confronted him, of course. Knocked some sense into him, you know. We tied him to a tree so he wouldn't get any ideas before transforming back. I knew learning all those sailor knots was good for something. It's good for more. It's good for a lot more than that. Ow! Either way, the truth was only half as exciting as figuring out was. Apparently, he contracted lycanthropy at the annual family gathering. And since he grew short-tempered, he and his husband got into a lot of fights. So he ran away. I can understand that all too well. And of course, I can't kill Carolyn's uncle just because he's a werewolf. So you let him go? The elf knows a swamp witch that might have worked out a cure. Dropped him off there. No more tearing apart sheep for now. So, all in all, you'd say the quest was a success? Hopefully? With a few obstacles attached and someone getting hurt. Listen, the arrows themselves ain't the problem. The coat, though, that was expensive. I'm sorry, really? Don't worry about it. After all, we got rid of the lichen. For now. Elfie even got you a keepsake. That's from Fable. It's nothing really. It's not even that interesting. I just thought. You thought? I thought it would be a nice reminder of my first successful quest. I like trinkets. What is it? Come on, quit being shy. Well, we played fetch with the stick afterwards and I thought I could bring it here. After Carolyn brought it back to me. Had to finish playing fetch after all. A nice memory of sorts, you know? A stick? A nice memory? It is a nice memory. I'll say that. Thank you, Fable. I know just where to put it. Right. Anyways. How about a drink to celebrate? On me. On you? Hold on. We'll continue. Hold on. I told Carolyn you have a hand for mixing just the right thing for any situation. Absolutely. For both of you? I'll pass. I'm going to run home quickly to get the Kamau tincture. See you later. Later. So, Innkeep, surprise me with something that fits my brawn. By which, I mean make me the usual strength. Never gets old. All right, coming right up. Let's get to work. I already know you want that Southern Brawler. Let's see. A little bit of that all the way to the end. Then we put that down, a little bit of that, just a little dab of that, then a little dab of that. Then it's coming right up. Here, this should be to your liking. It is. Not bad. Thanks. So, that little blighter, you raised them? Fable? Oh no. No? That's surprising. You two seem very close, like family. That's from me. They're a regular. I see. That's from Lynn, and the music gets low. Oh, Lynn, what's up? More dots from Lynn. Huh. Nice. This still available? Yes. Great. I'm taking it. You still have arrows stuck in your shoulder. 'Tis but a scratch. Plus, Elfie is getting me one of their hippie selves. Solves. Excuse me. Plus, Elfie is getting me one of their hippie salves. Should be fine after. Alternatively, you could take a rest. Get some sleep. Let your wounds heal. Rid yourself of the ammunition decorating your body. Alternatively, you can mind your own business. I know what I can handle. And if I don't move on to a proper quest without bumbling elves and useless relatives, I'll go insane sooner or later. You want that? No. At least not in my tavern. I worked really hard on that woodwork. Then do your job and let me take it. I mean, you already have. I'm just doing my job and, how do you call it? Expressing appropriate concern. Dots from Lynn. You did this woodwork yourself? Excellent transition, Lynn. Yes, I did. I did all of it myself. Why? Couldn't get anyone to help? I had a very specific vision. And too much free time. That too. Boredom does things to you. One day you're bored, next you're learning how to gloss wood. Do you know any carpentry? I know of carpentry. And of boredom. That's exactly why I gotta take this quest. Need to counteract the boredom before it makes my biceps shrink. I don't think that's how it works. But boring is not what I call this quest in the slightest. Stealing from a chimera for a vampire sunscreen couldn't get more reckless than that. It could by taking Elfie along. Fair point. Please don't. I won't. Don't need another accidental piercing. So the saliva's for a vampire? Vampire sunscreen. Can a vampire get the chimera goo themselves? It's a wyvern chimera. Vampires and fire don't mix too well. Also, if everyone just did their own quests, the economy would be in shambles. Suppose that'd be terrible for your business. Indeed. Does it bother you that it's for a vampire? No. Does it make you nervous? No. You did mention that you like fangs. Did I mention that I have a great sword 3 times the size of your head? I'm sure a vampire would find that impressive. That's from Lynn. That's from me. Have you ever encountered a chimera before? No, not a real one. Got me thinking, ain't it kind of blasphemous to steal from a draconic guardian? Depends. Are you religious? Guess not. Then no. Would it be if I was? Don't think so. Chimeras steal riches all the time, and they were created to be guardians by the protectors of the realms. So, stealing something to protect someone else seems in line with the doctrine. Good thing you ain't a priest. You do a piss poor job. Thank you. Is blasphemy what you're most worried about? I ain't worried. Okay, nervous? Ain't that either. Then what is it? That's from Lynn. Excitement, I suppose. Excitement? Don't laugh. I'm not laughing, I'm asking. Ah. Yes, excitement. I've never encountered a guardian before, and I've always sort of wanted to. Why haven't you? Ain't exactly easy to find one or to survive one. This seems like a great opportunity for you then. It is. What's it about guardians? It's less about the guardian and more about what created it. And maybe a little about the chimera. It's got a dragon head, right? Yes, modeled after its creator, I would guess. So let me rephrase that. What is it about dragons and chimeras with dragon heads? That's from Lynn. They're cool. Also, when I was little, my Baba used to tell me bedtime stories about the dragons every night. She was a great adventurer and encountered many of their creations on her journeys. Not sure if it's true, but she always claims she met each of the realm keepers themselves. Had little keepsakes from them and all. My sword's one of those. Passed it on to me before she left. One day she was just gone. Think she wanted to spend her last moments somewhere else. Like to think she visited one of her dragons one last time. Maybe she's off stealing sheep. That's from Lynn. Oh my gosh. Right. Too soon. That sword and her stories are all I have left of her. Going on this quest, it almost feels like I'm stepping into a memory of hers. Did she ever tell you about a wyvern chimera? No. Was the only kind she never encountered. Had quarrels with those feline ones, different varieties of scales, even a cow one I think, but never found a wyvern one in all her years. It would have been nice to be able to tell her the story when I return. If I return. I'm sure you will. You can tell the story to me, but I don't know if I make for a good Baba, but I do enjoy a good tale. I'll think about it. You already got me talking too much. This is you talking too much? That's from Lynn. So, you like dragons? I do. Right here. Ah, I do love them. They're fascinating creatures, very interesting, very magical. They are fascinating and magical. Used to pretend I was one when I was little, really wanted their magic and their wings. You can just ask them for their magic. Not sure about their wings. Huh. I ain't a priest either. Besides, I'm a warrior. Don't do all that magic. Why not? I like my sword and my muscles. They're a good combo. And I don't need to rely on anyone, not even dragons. A little help never hurt anybody. The last time someone tried to help, they shot me with 3 arrows. They weren't trying to help you. They were trying to kill you. That's from Lynn. Oh. But alas, does that mean you don't want a drink to pep you up, Lynn? Didn't say that. I see. That doesn't count as help? It's prepayment for taking on your quest. Sure. You'll be happy to hear that I have some incredible infusions to offer that could greatly help with your quest. Nah, that sounds unnecessarily complicated. Let's keep it simple. Alright, what can I get you then? I reckon a little bit of a boost for this body couldn't hurt. Heard they're quick, untoothy, so I'll need to be too hardy for its bite. Some defense might come in handy, or something for the brain. Baba talked quite a lot about how much they enjoy a good ruse. Maybe I can outsmart it with the right play. But I need some intelligence for that. Won't be risking it all on a bad idea. Maybe you'd want the drink with an infusion. I just got to unpacking my shipments today. A what? Infusion. I use them to spice up my drinks. They grant you special abilities. Like Phoenix chilies, a little bit of one can make you fire resistant. That could be very useful in a fight. Sure, I'll try one. And on the topic of trickery, no, one is enough. Either you mix defense with your weird chilies or you go heavy on the intelligence. Don't need any more of your fancy tricks. I don't care which one you pick. That's your job. Figure it out. I got you. Let's get to work. Now that I have access to infusions, I have to be careful of how they interact with other ingredients. They might alter the drink in a way where I have to use different ingredients than usual. I should make sure to keep an eye on the coaster shape to make so that I mix the correct recipe. Maybe I should even try adding an infusion first and adjusting the drink from there. Let's give it a try. Let's give it that try. All right, so I'm gonna do the defense one. Where's that defense one? Faucet Lagoon. There we go. And then a little bit of that, and that should be it right there. Coming right up. I was not. It has to be the. What the heck? It said Faucet Lagoon. Is it because it has that chili in there? Let me do a little bit of that. Oh, wow. I'm back to figuring this thing out. Okay. All right. So let's do this. And then it said start with the infusion first. So that's what I was doing. Go all the way. And then can I add that in there? Or no, add the Phoenix chili in there. There we go. Oh my gosh. Can I take that out? Okay, let's just do it like that. It's not the right drink. What in the heck do you want? You know what? Okay. Let's do this. So I could have swore. Let's put the chili in there first and then do this. Talk about this isn't the right drink. When it's defense, it's the Frosted Lagoon. What the heck you mean? Oops, I put too much in there. Oh. There we go. What the heck? I had to put the chili in there first. Here's your chili. Dang. Yeah, figured it out. Yes, you're getting better. Thanks. I'm feeling tougher already and dangerously close to catching fire myself. Think I could almost take on a dragon like this. Let's stay grounded. How urgent is the sunscreen? Pretty urgent. The sun tends to not take a break, even for vampires. Maybe he should sunbathe less then. That might solve his problems. Might. But when has an easy solution ever been fun? Good point. I'll see what I can do. Maybe they got some mice in that mangrove. Good luck. Won't be needing it. What I do is that chamomile, I cannot pronounce that for y'all. What I do need is that chamomile salve. Gonna go look for that blighter. Go easy on them. Thank you. I'll be waiting to hear of your exploits upon your return. That's from Lynn. Hey, my buddy boy. It always starts off with question marks with this person. And why? My nose. Okay. Good evening to you too. Nice. Take that quest. This quest. It wasn't here yesterday. That is correct. It seems dangerous. It is. And mysterious. Sure. Like me. You could be a little less mysterious by telling me your name. I could have sworn I've seen him before, or maybe I'm getting him mistaken. No, I don't know. Maybe I just looked at the trailer. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look back at my little past videos. Yeah, never mind. I didn't see him. It was in the video. I seen him. So, Zephyr. Did the wind carry you in? That's an annoyance from this person. No, my legs. I want that quest. Well, you can have it. Not just literally, physically, emotionally. Emotionally? I want to take on that quest. Go to the castle to get the cape. I mean, yes. Well, no one has gone to the castle yet. So if someone would like to go, they would be welcome to. So you know of the castle. Yes? It seems strange. It is. A vampire lives there. I heard rumors, whisperings of a strange, fiendish woman residing there. What a coincidence. Me too. Has she ever frequented your tavern? No, not recently, but she has. Once had a vampire mixer. Interesting. So she was only here at night? Yes. Would you say she was unnaturally pale? No, she had a lot of makeup on. But below that mask. Sure, yes. Would guess she looks pretty dead below that. I mean, yeah, I guess they are, unalive people. What kind of, excuse me. What kind of drink did she order? Blood. Interest. You sell blood? Of course. Whose blood? I plead. Did you hear about wolves avoiding the castle? Really? All of them? Yes. She has a lot of werewolf traps set up, but all animals seem to steer clear of Morrow Castle. They say its doors are always locked, so nothing can go inside or leave. And anything that tries to merges into her land in one way or another. As a grave, a pile of decorative bones, dirt, feeding, rotting flowers. They say death clings to her doorstep like an everlasting melody. Sounds like a strange place. Like a tomb for something still alive. R for a goth. Goth or vampire, she seems to be a thief. It appears so. Do you not sympathize with that? Thievery is an honorable skill, but it must be performed in secret, or you're not worth the coins you pocket. Also, stealing a man's cape is just plain rude. I suppose. Only thing worse than that is stealing a man's hat. Not if it's cursed. Especially then. Point is, if you can't defend yourself from having your trophies reclaimed, you must live with the consequences. The consequences being you? Exactly. It definitely sounds like you know what you're doing. Of course I do. I am one with the shadows and the wind. gone before they even notice I'm there. So you could easily swipe something else along with the cape, right? Certainly. Gold, gemstones, other treasures, whatever pays the bills. What about some interior decorations? I could use some from IKEA. Like what, for example? Just something to pretty up my tavern a little bit. You know, I lost my pumpkins. I have pumpkins right over there. Now it's just candles. Dots from Zeph. Zep. I'm gonna call you Zep. You Zep now. Maybe something useful that also doubles as a decoration. Like a chair? Stealing a whole chair sounds a little too ambitious for your first quest with me. I'd prefer something smaller, like a little trinket. My walls are a little, well, they're still a bit empty. That's from Zep. Wait, you're being serious? Absolutely. A memento that once belonged to an eccentric vampire sounds like a wonderful addition to my tavern. I'll see what I can do. You won't be disappointed. Well then, I trust you to deliver yourself to her doorstep and the cape back to me, along with a neat little addition to my interior design. Sounds like I'll need a few stamps. Would you like some? No. Too traceable. How about a drink then? I could do with one of those. I heard your drinks inspire transformations of great magnitude. Allow you to dip into parts of yourself that you weren't previously aware of. Raise yourself up from your shadow. Say, what do you trade them for? I like a joke. Secrets are a joke. I don't know. I love to laugh, y'all. If y'all didn't know, I love to laugh. So, because I don't want no secrets. Secrets could get you got. So, how about a joke? No! He got upset about that. Hold on, let me look. You know, I don't be liking to mess up my pronouns and stuff. So let me look at my peoples. And then, yes, she and her. And then new person. Yes, he and they. So, okay. The moon, 25. Okay. I don't think I even ever looked at any of this stuff. Okay. I'm gonna have to look at some of this. So this is the quest I'm thinking he's taken. Yes, that's right. Until sunrise. He's like, a joke? That's not. I don't do jokes. Well, you gotta give me something, bro. Right. Right. Like, I'm gonna need something. He's like, I'm like, then I don't do drinks, I'm afraid. So you give me a jokey, I give you a drinky. Oh, he looks so, oh, you guys, I feel so bad. I feel bad. Oh. Okay, I'm done. Zep is just sad dot, sad dot, sad dot. How do explorers hide their treasure? How do they hide it? How? I mean, I had laughed, so it was a good joke. Okay, I didn't even read it yet. By dragging them to a safe location. I like it. I don't know why I'm over here dotting it up. I like it. I'm laughing. Hardy har har. All right, I feel bad for you. You may have one of my renowned drinks and some of my renowned infusions. In fact, I just got a fresh shipment today. Was finally able to unpack them. Infusions? Intriguing. What vile magic do you have to offer? For your purposes, I think you could benefit from either some fey crystals or a frozen pine cone. A frozen pine cone. I don't know why, but that's making me want a frozen pineapple, y'all. Some frozen pineapple juice with some tequila. I know. And it's only, what time is it? 9 in the morning. 10 in the morning now. It's never too early to drink. So the frozen pine cones have absorbed some of nature's icy properties. They can help you form a magical frost barrier that will hurt those trying to harm you. The fey crystals hail straight from Avalon, allegedly. If consumed, they'll turn you invisible eventually, and for a bit, the duration is a bit unpredictable. I've also got some phoenix chilies, but I don't think those would be very useful for your situation. Interesting. So, what dark depths of yourself are you looking to explore? I fear that Lady Evelyn may be of the undead nature. So, I must be strong and vigorous if I want my stake in her heart before her fangs are near my neck. Though, that does sound appealing. Okay. We got one of those. Yes, strength I can do. And some frost armor should help with the fangs. Or perhaps the smarter route would be to evade her wrath entirely. So then you want to put that quest back? To out-stealth her and steal the cape. Oh, my neck. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold up. To out-stealth her and steal the cape from right under her pale nose. So that she may lie in the shame of having lost against me. I think such an approach would require a certain amount of dexterity. Just a certain amount? Just a certain amount? Hold on. Okay. And some invisibility could help with staying unseen, should my speed and agility not be enough. So, bro, what do you want? He over here saying, I need some dexterity, I need some invisibility. He want a vampire fang in his neck. He needs some speed. Like, he want it all. Help me with the decision and keep. Your wisdom is no joke, is it? I know, I'm just sitting here lost. I got okay, so the infusions first. Like, he's already said the peppers won't do it, so I'll do this first. And then, yeah, let's see. So I see 2 orders. So am I supposed to literally make 2? Let's see. I think this should be good right here. We'll see how it goes. And then a little bit of, is this it? Yeah, a little bit of that. Frosted Lagoon. And maybe we'll see how that goes. Order coming up. Oh, it's not the right drink. Wait, what did it say? I didn't even get to see it. It has to be a recipe that fits. I don't freaking know what recipe that actually fits. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm tripping. I'm just making my own thing. Okay. All right. Here. Ah. I'm late. All right, let's do this again. And then we'll do the Southern Brawler and do it like that. And then a little bit of that over there. All right, coming right up. Hell yeah! Take that. Here you go. A drink that all vampires fear. Liquid Sunrise? Not quite, but that's a good name. May I steal it? You don't ask for permission before you steal something, innkeep. Then it's no longer a clever ruse, but a mere trade. I see. Did you hear about my new drink, the Liquid Sunrise? Ha! Are you pleased? Zep is pleased. Good one. It tastes like the sun, a cold sun, and I shall strike her down as such. The sun? Evelyn. Ah. That makes more sense. Goodbye, innkeep. I would say, pray that the sun will carry me back to you. But my hopes do not lie with the realm keepers, and I shall be damned if they control my fate. Expect to see me again after the next sunfall. If you do not, speak of vengeance. Vengeance makes for an early grave. R for a good story. Farewell. Bye-bye. R for a bitter end. You gonna wait? Lynn! You're back. That's from Lynn. Another quest taken. Yes. I'm taking this quest and a drink. Dang, you just up at all times of night. I see you. I see you. Great. Did you sleep well? What? Sleep. How was it? Ah, fine. Too long. Didn't sleep that much in ages. Sounds like you needed it. No. Your beds are just too comfortable. Was hard to get up. Of course. My apologies. I will make sure to take your feedback into consideration. Would you like a drink as compensation? Think I already said that. Make me something strong that will wake me up and keep me up too. I wonder if I should put an infusion on this one. Dang, I'm steadily getting to work, y'all. Let's go. All right, so keep her up. So let's do some chilies in here. Maybe no chilies. Let me see. I'll just put it in there. Oh, I forgot to draw the recipe. Let's go back to the recipes. I should almost know this by heart. I've been making it. This is my third time making it. Coming right up. Something strong coming right up. Stop stealing my words. Let me say it first and you say something different. That is strong. Just the right amount of too much. Maybe I should call this drink the Carolyn. No, you shouldn't. Anyway, the quest. Yes, the quest. I'm taking it. So you said. That's from Lynn. That's from me. That's from Lynn. I see it is my turn to make conversation. I miss Fable. Isn't it a bit too soon for another quest? You just returned. It has been hours since I've done anything but sleep, chat, and drink. I am getting antsy. If I sit still for too long, it feels like my bones are disintegrating and I forget who I am. I think that's called boredom. It's torture! That too. Well, boring is not what I would call this quest in the slightest. Stealing from a chimera? Dang, it's been a minute since I think it's chimera. Correct me if I'm wrong, y'all. If y'all get to this point, let me know if I pronounced it wrong. So stealing from a chimera for a vampire sunscreen couldn't get more reckless than that. It could by taking Elfie along. Fair point. Please don't. I won't. So the saliva's for a vampire? Vampire sunscreen. Can't a vampire get their chimera too? Or chimera goo themselves? It's a wyvern? A wyvern? Y'all testing me. Y'all trying to test me. It's a wyvern chimera. Vampires and fire don't mix too well. Also, if everyone just did their own quests, the quest economy would be in shambles. Suppose that'd be terrible for your business. Indeed. Have you ever encountered a chimera before? I think it's a chimera though. I'm gonna look that up. No, not a real one. Got me thinking, ain't it kind of blasphemous to steal from a draconic guardian? Depends. Are you religious? Guess not. Then no. Would it be if I was? Don't think so. Chimeras steal riches all the time, and they were created to be guardians by the protectors of the realms. So, stealing something to protect someone else seems in line with the doctrine. Good thing you ain't a priest. You do a piss poor job. Thank you. Is blasphemy what you're most worried about? I ain't worried. Okay, nervous? Ain't that either. Then what is it? That's from Lynn. Excitement, I suppose. Excitement? Don't laugh. I'm not laughing. I'm asking. Ah. Yes. Excitement. I've never encountered a guardian before. And I've always sort of wanted to. Why haven't you? Ain't exactly easy to find one or to survive one. This seems like a great opportunity for you then. It is. What about guardians? Or what's it about guardians? It's less about the guardian and more about what it created it. And maybe a little about the chimera. It's got a dragon head, right? Yes, modeled after its creator, I would guess. So let me rephrase that. What is it about dragons and chimeras with dragon heads? Dots from Lynn. They're cool. Also, when I was little, my baba used to tell me bedtime stories about the dragons every night. She was a great adventurer and encountered many of their creations on her journeys. Not sure if it's true, but she always claimed she met each of the realm keepers themselves. Had little keepsakes from them and all. My sword's one of those, passed it on to me before she left. One day she was just gone. Think she wanted to spend her last moments somewhere else. Like to think she visited one of her dragons one last time. Relic of the Realm Keepers. Your family has a leaving problem. I should laugh at that. Your family is a rolling stone. At least she left our savings alone. That sword and her stories are all I have left of her. Going on this quest, it almost feels like I'm stepping into a memory of hers. Did she ever tell you about a wyvern chimera? No. Was the only kind she never encountered. Had quarrels with those feline ones, different varieties of scales, even a cow one I think, but she never found a wyvern one in all her years. It would have been nice to be able to tell her the story when I return. If I return. I'm sure you will. You can tell the story to me. I don't know if I make for a good baba, but I do enjoy a good tale. I really do. I'll think about it. You already got me talking too much. This is you talking too much? I mean, she has been talking a lot, or at least talking back, but not as far as starting up the conversation. Dots from Lynn. So, you like dragons? So now she's starting a conversation. Okay, I see you. Do I like dragons? Oh, well, ever since I played that Souls game, not so much, but I kind of do in a way. I mean, I do have a dragon right here. So I do. They're fascinating creatures, wouldn't you say? I got both my snoo-snoos over here. Very interesting, very magical. They are fascinating and magical. Used to pretend I was one when I was little. Really wanted their magic and their wings. Here go my neck again. Hold on. Ah! Okay. All right. You can just ask them for their magic. Not sure about their wings. Huh. I ain't a priest either. Besides, I'm a warrior. Don't do all that magic. Why not? I like my sword and my muscles. They're a good combo. And I don't need to rely on anyone, not even dragons. Not my dragons? Well, I'll just put them away then, goshly. A little help never hurt anybody. A little self-reliance don't either. Well, you got me there with my little dots. If you say so. Does that mean you don't want a drink to pep you up, Lynn? How many drinks I'm gonna give her? Didn't say that. I see. That doesn't count as help? It's prepayment for me taking on your quest. Sure. You'll be happy to hear that I have some incredible infusions to offer that could greatly help with your quest. Nah. That sounds unnecessarily complicated. Let's keep it simple. Well, I already put some chili peppers in your drink, so you already got it. All right. What can I get you then? I reckon a little bit of a boost for this body couldn't hurt. Heard they're quick and toothy, so I'll need to be too hardy for its bite. Some defense might come in handy. Or something for the brain. Baba talked quite a lot about how much they enjoy a good ruse. Maybe I can outsmart it with the right play. But I need some intelligence for that. Won't be risking it all on a bad idea. Are you sure you don't want any infusions? Just a little bit of a phoenix chili would make you fire resistant. That could be very useful in a fight. Dragons, you're stubborn. I mean, they are gonna help you out. Sure, I'll try one. And on the topic of trickery, no, one is enough. Either you mix defense with your weird chilies, or you go heavy on the intelligence. Don't need any more of your fancy tricks. I don't care which one you pick. That's your job. Figure it out. Okay, let's get to work. I already gave you the chili in the first one. You just didn't know. Let's go. Chili with the defense. Where was the other one at? There it is. Frosted Lagoon. Coming right up. Figured it out. Thanks. Feeling tougher already and dangerously close to catching fire myself. Think I could almost take on a dragon like this. Let's stay grounded. How urgent is the sunscreen? Pretty urgent. The sun tends to not take a break, even for vampires. Maybe he should sunbathe less then. That might solve his problems. Might. But when has an easy solution ever been fun? Good point. I'll see what I can do. Maybe they got some mice in that mangrove. Good luck. Won't be needing it. I'll be waiting to hear of your exploits upon your return. That's from Lynn. Good day. Ah! Sweep it on up. End of the day. Ah! Starlight Sonata. So we're gonna end it off right here, you guys. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I'm loving this Act 1. I'm just really loving this game so far. Saving on up. So next up, of course, will be some more tavern talk. You can't get enough of the talk of the tavern. After that, yes, you will be seeing some freaking Resident Evil 4 Atome Edition along with the Resident Evil 4 remake, because Resident Evil 9 done already released and y'all guys are saying how scary the game is. And like I said, I will not be paying full price to get my beautiful face scared. So other than that, I'm still working on chapter 3 of Death Stranding 2. So it will be out when it comes out. Mafia 1, I am stuck on that freaking race on classic mode. So hey y'all, hey. I'll probably be dropping that down to easy mode so I can get past it. And let's see, what else do I have? I don't freaking know. That's it for now. So stay tuned in. And if you enjoyed this as much as I did, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe with that little bell jingle turned on so you all stay tuned in, my wonderful people filled with greatness. Also, don't you dare forget to share this thing to someone you love or to someone you hate. Either which way, it'll help you girl out. And as always, much love, much peace, and catch you on the flip side.